I'm going to show you how to easily scan entire markets with ProScreener. The ProScreener module lets you scan equity and forex markets for criteria that you define with no programming required. The criteria can be based on price or indicators and may take into account one or multiple time frames. The first step to creating your custom market scan is to display any chart. Then you want to add the indicators to your chart that you want to use in the market scan. For example, here we have a sample chart with price, 2 moving averages, MACD. I'm going to also add the volume to this chart. Click here to add an indicator, select volume, and add it. I'm then going to add a moving average on this volume chart. First, I change the volume to a histogram presentation. Then I'm going to click here, add indicator. I'm going to choose moving average, choose a 20 period moving average, make the line a bit thicker, solid, and make it a red line. The criteria for my scan will be 20 period moving average decreasing, MACD minus signal or MACD histogram less than 0, and volume greater than a 20 period moving average of the volume shown by the red line here. To begin creating my scan, I display the ProScreener window. That can be found in the display menu under ProScreener. I then click the wrench here to set up my ProScreeners. I will then click here on New to create a new ProScreener. I will go into Simplified Creation to create my ProScreener without programming. I'll first click on ProScreener Conditions. Now we will define the first condition. I click on the panel containing the first indicator I want to use. Remember, that is the moving average on price. So I choose moving average simple 20, and I want this to be less than the moving average 20 of the previous period. What this gives us is a decreasing moving average because the moving average for the current period is less than the moving average for the previous period. I'll then click Add Condition. I'm going to click on the second panel I want to use, which is the MACD panel right here. I'm going to choose MACD minus signal must be less than the value 0. This will give us a negative MACD. Then click Add Condition, and I'm going to choose the volume chart. I'm going to choose volume must be greater than the moving average shown on this volume chart. I then click OK, having made sure that I have selected Match All Conditions instead of Match Any Condition. I then define my sorting criteria. I'm going to choose variation from yesterday. You can also choose variation from previous bar or indicator to be selected. I'm going to choose the lowest values of the sorting criteria so that the instruments whose price has decreased the most since yesterday are displayed first. You can also choose the market in this window. You can choose the period, and when you are finished, click Generate Code. The program has created the code for you. You can change the name of the ProScreener here and enter a description of what it does here so that you remember. For example, I'm going to call this MA minus for decreasing, MACD minus since it's negative in this example, and volume greater than moving average. Click Execute when finished, and the ProScreener will be executed. Let's look at some examples. Decreasing moving average, MACD below 0, and volume above the 20-day moving average. You can configure ProScreener lists like any list in the platform. To do that, click on the wrench here to modify the columns. We can remove this, for example. Then when you're finished, click Close. You can change the width of the columns. And you can also sort by different criteria. To learn more, click on one of the links that appears on the screen.